Hey everybody, Bethany here. So today I'm just going to show you my current foundation routine that's actually a lot like easier and lighter coverage than what I normally wear. But I will show you how to actually get like flawless skin with lighter products, so you don't have to use like cakey, foundation and stuff like that. So that's basically what this tutorial is about. So if you're interested, keep on watching and I hope it helps you out. Okay, so first of all, you always want to start with a clean face. I do this like pretty much all the time except for when I have to work super early in the morning and I don't want to wash my face, then I just throw stuff on it and it's usually fine. But today I took a shower and washed my face. I applied some aloe vera gel and then mixed it with some jojoba oil, just like a drop of this with like a good sized amount, maybe like that of this stuff, and just moisturized, rubbed it all in, and so my skin's primed and prepped and ready to go. I'm not going to use a primer of any kind. You could, I guess, but I think with a tinted moisturizer it's probably best not to use a primer because the tinted moisturizer is meant to sink into your skin, and if there's a primer there, it's not going to really work the same way. So what I'm going to be using is my favorite tinted moisturizer that I've ever tried. It's the Tarte Smooth Operator. It has SPF 20 in it. This is the lightest shade that I'm using. It's Agent 00 and it actually matches my skin perfectly, praise the Lord. It's like really natural. There's tons of good ingredients. It's free of a lot of bad ingredients. It's just overall really awesome. The only one gripe I have about it is that it does have some sparkles in it, which, I mean, you can notice them if you're looking really close at my face, but from a distance you can't really tell, so it's not horrible, but I'd rather they didn't have sparkles. But anyway, so this is what I'm going to be using. It is a little bit fuller coverage than most tinted moisturizers that I've tried. I think it might be more than like the Laura Mercier tinted moisturizer. I've used that. This seems to be a little bit fuller coverage, but not a lot, so you'll obviously see what it looks like. Okay, talking so much about that, so I'm just going to put my hair back a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, my skin, I mean, other than like that zit right there, these are just red marks from past acne. Well, this is keratosis pilaris or whatever you want to call it. So this is my skin with no makeup on, and it's not the prettiest thing in the world. I like to cover it up a little bit if possible, but usually, I mean, I'm okay if I go out like this. Of course, I'd probably cover that thing up. It just popped up yesterday. Ugh. Anyway, so I'm just gonna get some of this tinted moisturizer, about like that much, just to start with, and I just rub it between my fingers. Make sure your hands are clean. This is vital. I already washed them. And I just like pat it on my chin and my cheeks pretty much to start, and I'm just really gently rubbing it in here. So it does smell like sunscreen, but the smell kind of fades, I guess, after you have it on for a little while. So as you can see, we're already getting a little bit of coverage on here, of course. And I have oily skin, guys, and this tinted moisturizer actually like really does not get that greasy, and it doesn't like come off, at the end of the day or anything. It's not like, half of it melted or anything like that. So that's nice. But I also do set it with a powder, which I will show you. Okay, and then I'm just going to get some more and just continue doing that gentle rubbing all over my face. Around my nose, on my nose. This is nice too, especially for the winter, because it's got that extra moisture in it, so your skin won't be like all dry and flaky looking, which is never nice. Okay, so at this point, it's optional to apply a little bit extra to places you need more coverage. It's not really going to work like a concealer or anything, but it'll just sometimes eliminate the need for a lot of concealer if you do it like this. So just like right there, you can see that kind of helped that redness. I just pat it on when I do it like this because that helps the coverage actually stay rather than just kind of rubbing it in and it blends out, it gets everywhere. Alrighty, so that's that for the Tinted Moisturizer. If you have really good skin, or you know, better than mine, you can probably just leave it like this. But what I'm going to do is very important for me to get more of a flawless look, and that is to apply some concealer. And you want something that's going to be really good for covering obviously blemishes and redness, something that's very pigmented and opaque, but not like cakey and gross looking. The best concealer that I found, I'm so excited that I figured this out because I've had this stuff forever and I just never used it, but it's the Laura Mercier Secret Concealer, and I'm using shade 1. This stuff is spendy, and so is the Tinted Moisturizer. Everything I'm using actually, well, except for one thing, is going to be higher end, so sorry if you have a budget. I'll try to put some similar products down there so you can know like what else you could use instead of this stuff. So anyway, I'm just using a random concealer brush that I have. It's kind of bigger, not tiny. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this. You really don't need very much. Like, this stuff is so awesome and pigmented that you don't need very much. So just gently patting that just to those areas that I need some extra coverage. As you can see, it just really covers it well. It's like, oh, wait, what redness? Okay, so that's going to be it for the concealer now, or at least the face concealer. Next, what I'm going to be doing is doing an under eye concealer. Now, this one is the only cheap one that I am using product, but it's Revlon Age Defying concealer. Once again, this is one of the best concealers that I found for under eyes. I've tried, as you probably know from my other videos, I've tried tons and tons of concealers. This is awesome because I can apply it really quickly and it gives like pretty much the best coverage of any one that I can apply quickly. The color I'm using is light. The fair one is really, really fair, so be careful when you try to get it. So what I'm just doing is going to use this with my ring finger because it's my softest one. And I just take it right on top of my dark circles. And first just kind of cover them. And then just pat it out. Sorry, I have to like be able to see it and show you at the same time. And always make sure to get that inner corner if you have dark circles, because that really helps brighten the area. Okay, so that's pretty much that. I'm going to do the other side, and then maybe I sometimes add a little bit more too, just on top, like another layer, but not another full layer, just a little bit. Alright, so the final step for this foundation look is to apply some powder. The first one I'm going to be using is Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. I have shade 2, but it doesn't really matter which shade you get. And I'm using her brush for the secret powder as well. These are more expensive, but they do really add that touch that really like just helps the look more flawless and everything. And I just pat this, just go one time over it. Maybe twice like that, and that's it. Like, I don't do too much because then it just kind of wipes away the concealer. And then with what's left over, I can just use this a little bit as a highlighter for the top of the cheekbones because it is a brightener. It has a little bit of like soft shimmer to it, which really helps brighten the under eye area, but you can use it on the rest of your face too. There's that. Now the face powder I'm using is actually Bare Minerals, and it's the Mineral Veil. It's basically, all it is like cornstarch and maybe a couple of other products. I don't use the one that has SPF, just the regular one, if that makes any difference. And just my Eco Tools powder brush for this, which I think I need to clean. And just gonna start on the forehead. That's where I want the most powder because I get oily. So just blending that in. I get some more. And down the nose. And on the chin, so like T-zone area. If you get oily, always do that first, and then kind of with what's left over, you can just get the rest of the face just to set it, and it really does make a difference. This stuff is so good. It's like, I don't know why I haven't used it, but it's like really flawless looking when I wear it. So I'm like, sweet, I'll take that. Alright guys, thanks for hanging with me. So this is going to be the finished look when it's all done. I know it seemed like it took a while for kind of something simple, but really it only takes me like 5 to 10 minutes in the morning. And for foundation, I mean, it doesn't really take that long, especially I usually don't wear that much other makeup anymore, so I'm just like, whatever, just throw it on, and works for me. And I really like this. I think it would be great if you're like in high school, or if you're just not looking for like a heavy coverage foundation, if you want something lighter. I mean, because it really doesn't feel like I'm wearing that much on my skin. Like the only thing I can really feel is the powder, and that once it kind of settles, you can't really even feel that either. So this would just be great if you're looking for lighter coverage and everything. So yeah, thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions at all, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.